Guys, good afternoon. Today we are going to discuss the NIRF ranking 2022. Now, if you like the content, if you like the way of explanation, please subscribe the channel, and then we'll be able to get more such informative videos from my side. Anyway, so today we are going to talk about NIRF ranking 2022. You know that these rankings are released by the Government of India on 15th of July 2022, and NTA is usually asking at least one question from the ranking provided by NIRF in the UGCNET examination. So it can be very important for your examination. This ranking is released by the Government of India on 15th of July 2022. So now, what is NIRF? We are going to learn about the NIRF first. So what is NIRF? The NIRF, the full form of NIRF is National Institutional Ranking Framework. National Institutional Ranking Framework, right? So this organization is empowered or is responsible for providing the ranking to the institutions of India. It was approved by MHRD and launched by Honorable Minister of Human Resource Development on 29th of September 2015. And it was a very important step towards the development of the higher education in India. This framework outlines the methodology to rank institutions across the country. The methodology draws from the overall recommendations, broad understanding arrived at by a core committee set up by MHRD to identify the broad parameters for ranking various universities and institutions. The parameters broadly cover teaching, learning, and resources. There are 5 different parameters. First one is teaching, learning, and resources. Second one is research and professional practices. Third one is graduation outcomes. Fourth one is outreach and inclusivity. And the last one is perception. So they might ask different questions from this page. Like they might ask you, okay, when was the NIRF launched? When was the NIRF launched? They might ask you a question that when was the NIRF was launched? Right? Is it clear? So our answer will be on 29th of September 2015, the NIRF was launched, right? They might ask you another question that what are the different broad parameters for this? So there are 5 broad parameters, right? There are 5 broad parameters. Any doubt in this, guys? I think it is clear to all of you that there are 5 broad parameters. The first one is teaching, learning, and resources. Second one is research and professional practices. Third one is graduation outcomes. And fourth one is outreach and inclusivity. And the last one is perception. Right? Now, we are going to learn more about these parameters on the next page. Just take a look. These parameters are further classified into sub parameters. Like the first one, teaching, learning, and resources is further classified in 4 different parameters. First one is student strength, including doctoral students. It means how many students are doing their study in that institutions and how many of those are doing their PhD or DLit or postdoc. Second one is faculty student ratio with emphasis on permanent faculty. So what is the faculty student ratio in the institution and what are the numbers of permanent faculty in the institutions, right? So the if the ratio of faculty and student is around 120 or 130, then that is good. And if the number of permanent faculties are more than the guest faculties, then again the institute will be ranked higher on the list, right? Now the next one. The next one is combined metric for faculty with PhD or equivalent and experience. So how many of those faculties who are working in that institutions have completed their PhD and what are their experience? Next one is financial resources and their utilization. So how the institution is getting their finances and how they are utilizing it. It means what percentage of the finance is used in the academics or research. Second one is research and professional practice. So the first one is combined metric for publication. It means how many thesis and or research papers have been published from that institution. Combined metric for quality of publications. Now again here that is very important because if you know that there are different factors which determine the quality of the research paper. So that is used for this purpose. Third one is IPR and patent. IPR means intellectual property right. IPR means intellectual property right. So it is normally related to copyright, right? So how many of those publications or works have their copyright, are copyrighted, or how many of the new inventions are patented, right? Next one is a footprint of projects and a professional practice. So how many of those projects are adopted by government or other institutions or are able to change the life of the people or are able to help the people, right? Next one is graduation outcomes. So metric for university examinations. So what are the different, how the university is conducting the examination, what is the system of examination, all these things comes there. Metric for number of PhD students graduated. So how many PhD students has been graduated or how many students has completed their PhD from that institution. Next one, outreach and inclusivity. So this includes the percentage of students from other states and countries. That is called the region diversity. So suppose we are talking about two different institutions. One is suppose Ambedkar University in Delhi and the other one is JNU. Now the Ambedkar University is a state university and JNU is a central university. You know that. Now, the JNU is a home of students from each and every part of India. Whereas most of the students in the Ambedkar University are usually from the Delhi. Right? So in that case, the JNU will always get more marks, more points than the Ambedkar University, right? The next one is a percentage of women. It means how many female students are there. Next one, economically and socially challenged students. So how many students are economically and socially challenged who are doing their study in that institution? So next one is facilities for physically challenged students. So what are the different facilities which are available for the Divyang? So nowadays we are using the term Divyang for these. Now, next one is a perception ranking. What is the perception about the institution? Now, it also includes the peer perception. Peer perception and then the academic peers and employers. So, what is the perception of the academicians from the other institutions, the students from the other institutions, and the employers from the other places about the institution? So, all these things combined together to give the points to the institution, and according to those points the institutions are ranked. So now NIRF ranking classified or ranked the institutions in different categories. So there are actually 11 different categories in which the institutions are ranked. First one is overall, second one is the ranking of the universities, third one is about the colleges, fourth one is research institutions, fifth one is engineering, sixth one management, seventh one pharmacy, eighth one medical, ninth one dental, 10th one law, and 11th one is architecture. For us, these categories are very important. The overall category, universities, colleges, and research institutions, right? Apart from that, other are not so much important for your a paper one examination. But we'll learn about almost all of these. Now, the top 10 overall institutes of India. The top 10 institutions in overall category are, first one is IIT Madras, ISC Bangalore, third one IIT Bombay, fourth one IIT Delhi, fifth one IIT Kanpur, sixth one IIT Kharagpur, IIT Roorkee, IIT Guwahati, then the ninth one is AIIMS New Delhi, and the last one, that 10th one is JNU from New Delhi. So if you take a look, apart from the IISc, Institute of Science Bangalore, the top 8, apart from IISc Bangalore, others in the top 8 are basically the IITs. Then there is AIIMS, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, and then there is JNU. Next one is top 10 institutions in university. First one is IISc Bangalore. Second one is JNU. Third one Jamia Millia Islamia. Fourth one Jadavpur. Fifth one Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, Coimbatore. Sixth one BHU. Seventh one Manipal. Eighth one Calcutta. Ninth one Vellore, VIT. 10th one is University of Hyderabad, Hyderabad. Right? So here again, the topper is IISc Bangalore. The second place is taken by the JNU. The third place is JMI, New Delhi. Next one is top 10 colleges in India. First one is Miranda House from DU. Second one Hindu, again from DU. Third one Presidency College, Chennai. Fourth one Loyola College, Chennai. Fifth one LSR from DU. Sixth one is PSGR, Coimbatore. Seventh one is Atmaram Sanatan Dharm, ARST College, New Delhi, again DU. St. Xavier, Calcutta. Then Ramakrishna Mission, Vidya Mandir, Howrah. Then Kirorimal College, DU. So if you take a look at these 10 institutions, 5 of these are from the DU. And again, the topper is basically a women's college. The topper is a women's college. The first co-ed college in the top 10 list is Hindu college, right? Now the next one, top 10 institutions in engineering. First one, IIT Madras. Second, IIT Delhi. Third, IIT Bombay. Fourth, IIT Kanpur. Fifth, IIT Kharagpur. Sixth, IIT Roorkee. Seventh, IIT Guwahati. Eighth, IIT Trichy. Ninth, IIT Hyderabad. 10th, NIT Surathkal. So out of these 10, 9 are IITs and 1 is NIT. So 9 IITs are here. And the 10th one is NIT, National Institute of Technology. Now, next one is top 3 institutions in dental. First one, Savita Institute of Medical and Technical Sciences, Chennai. Next one, Manipal College of Dental Sciences, Manipal. And the third one is D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Pune. Top 3 institutions in medical. First one, AIIMS. Second one, PGIMER, Chandigarh. And third one is CMC Vellore, Christian Medical College, Vellore. Now, the India ranking about the institutions from the law institutions. So, NLU, Bangalore, New Delhi, and Symbiosis Law School, Pune. These are the top 3. Then again, in management, the first one is IIM, IIM Bangalore. Third one, IIM Calcutta. But take a look at the fourth one. Fourth one is IIT Delhi. Out of top 10 institutions in the field of management, the fourth place is governed by IIT Delhi. Right? That is very important. Next one, IIM Kozhikode, IIM Lucknow, IIM Indore. Then Xavier Labor Relation Institute, XLRI. Then NIIE Mumbai, National Institute of Industrial Engineering, Mumbai. Then the last one is IIT Madras. So if you take a look at this list of 10 institutions, you will find that 7 are the management institutions and 1 is industrial engineering, or you may say 2 are the IITs. So that is very important, that even the management schools of IIT also rank higher than the IIMs. Now the top 3 institutions in research, IISc Bangalore, IIT Madras, and IIT Delhi. Top 3 institutions in architecture, Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee, NIT Calicut, IIT Kharagpur. And the top 10 institutions in pharmacy, first one Jamia Hamdard, Delhi. Next one NIPER, Hyderabad. Then Punjab University, Chandigarh. NIPER, Mohali. Birla Institute of Science and Technology, Pilani, JSS College of Pharmacy, Ooty, Institutes of Chemical Technology, Mumbai, JSS College of Pharmacy, Mysore, Manipal College of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Manipal, and National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Ahmedabad. Now, if you take a look at all these institutions, you'll find one very important thing in this year's ranking is that many private institutions are ranked in top 10 institutions in India in almost each and every field, right? Apart from the research, in each and every field, you will find that some private institutions are there along with the government institutions or the public institutions in the top 10 ranking of the institutions, right? गाइस कमेंट में बताइए कि आपको वीडियो कैसा लगा, अगर आपको इसमें कोई इंप्रूवमेंट की जरूरत है तो भी बताइएगा, ठीक है। और आगे ऐसे ही और वीडियोस के लिए आप चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, ठीक है। सो चलिए हम फिर मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में, और अगला वीडियो जो होगा वो बायोडाइवर्सिटी पे होगा। आज के इस वीडियो को यहीं एंड करते हैं और फिर मिलते हैं हम लोग अगले वीडियो में। ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट।